So guys, for one of our class assignments, we have to do a vlog or blog about a personal site. And I am doing mine today. I am going to the Tiber River with my friend here, Beth. Hi! And we are currently on our way to Termini to get to Rome. So we'll see how this goes and I'll keep you guys posted. Bye! Fun fact, guys, Italians absolutely love dogs, but cats are sort of discriminated against. We've only ever seen stray cats. Stray dogs aren't our thing. So Beth and I finally made it to the Tiber River. Here it is. Beautiful. So we are going to explore along this river and hopefully find a place to eat. So stay tuned. Alright, so Beth and I finally found a place to eat. We are at Carlo Menta, which is a restaurant that's pretty close to the Tiber River. We are eating outside. So, we'll let you know how the food is. Hopefully it's good. It's very warm out, hence this sweat going on, but it's fine. So yeah, I'm really hungry. I'm really looking forward to this food. So Beth and I just finished our lunch, and hold on, there's a bike coming. Cool. Alright, and it was pretty good. The restaurant itself was sort of different from what we're used to though. It was very much a restaurant that is trying to attract tourists. But it was fine, it was still good. Delicious. Beth?
Yeah, it wasn't touristy priced, so that's good.
Yeah, it was actually fairly cheap. Each of us paid like 7.5 euros. And that was for the whole meal, so pretty good. So Beth and I were trying to go down to this little like sidewalk thing that's like right along the river. So we're like up at the top right now with the bridge, and if you like walk past, there's like a stairway that leads down there. Whoop. That pathway right there. But when we were looking to go down the stairs, there was a like kind of like a homeless people set up type thing, and there were two people. Yeah, there was a dog. So we decided not to, and now I feel kind of sad for those people. So yeah, but that was an interesting point over here. I don't think I would have pictured a group of homeless people to be out in the open like that. Usually I feel like they're more hidden, so that was different. So Beth and I are back on campus from exploring the Tiber River, which was super cool. I will get more into that momentarily, but there's Beth. We're all chilling back on campus now. Whoop whoop. Got Jose's feet in there. Alrighty, so overall view of the Tiber River, or thoughts and opinions. The river was very beautiful. I very much am a nature person. I like the outdoors and exploring and all that fun jazz hiking stuff. Whoop whoop. So I really enjoyed the site itself, and it was definitely a very different aspect of Rome to do. It isn't exactly a tourist attraction, at least not anymore. I know before Rome sort of relied on it for trade, but it's not really important anymore because they don't really use it for that, and they don't really highlight the river to be a attraction for a tourist. One thing that I thought was pretty interesting, which relates to one of my goals from my experience here, is when me and Beth were going along the river, it was almost sort of like divided between two different worlds. So on the one side of the river path, you had a bunch of homeless people who were sort of camping out over there, whereas the other side had a lot of like bicycle paths and runners, and there were like restaurants set up for the nightlife and different stuff like that. And on that side with the runners and bicyclists and all that, there were also a lot of tourist attractions. Like we happened to walk upon the castle of someone, I forget the name of it, and so the dynamic was very different. It was pretty interesting to see the division there. This stood out to me a lot because one of the programs that I'm in at Walsh is the Leaders in Social Justice. So we had to focus on a social justice issue, and that was one of my goals coming onto this trip as well. From my experiences in Rome, throughout my time here already, I have seen a lot of poor people, mainly the pickpocketers, although there's a lot of controversy as to whether or not the pickpocketers are actually poor or not. So it's very interesting to see sort of like who is actually homeless and struggling with poverty and who isn't, and it's just sort of scamming people, which I've sort of picked up on the difference between the two. So it's interesting seeing that all happen. And aside from that, another fun fact about the Tiber River is that it actually goes through three different regions of Italy. So it is the third longest river, and for me, I feel like that's sort of symbolic of how even though in a culture we may have our own differences and beliefs and perspectives and views and stuff like that, we're still connected in some way. And one of the biggest lessons that I've learned here is that we can't really let our differences come between us, because that's not the goal in life. That's, at least for my religious beliefs, not the goal either. The Catholic Church focuses a lot on unity, and whether or not you believe it fulfills that, I don't even entirely believe that it 100% fulfills that all the time. But it is the goal of the church, and it should be the goal of our life too, is to be in unity with everyone. And one of the big aspects or lessons I've learned while being on a study abroad trip is that we can't really let our differences get in between our relationship with others. We don't have to be the same people. We can have different opinions and perspectives on things, but we shouldn't hate anyone because of that, and we shouldn't not want to talk or get along or befriend people because of that either. And I think that goes along with one of the goals that I had on this trip of being open-minded. I think this is a quality that a lot of people in the world lack, and I think even if people are open-minded now, it's something everyone struggles with at some point or another. So yeah, I encourage everyone to learn about a new culture, go out in the world and explore and be open-minded, learn about the differences between people, but also realize your similarities with them and love everyone despite what their beliefs are, their religion, where they're from, or whatever.